Local John 1812 or John Geary right here. I wanted to get on here and express some thoughts I've been having lately. Been having some conversations with people, and I just went live on Facebook and kind of talked about this a little bit. And I want to come on YouTube and say this as well. I just been having an issue, ever since I decided to run for politics again, and I'm running for Indiana State convention delegate for the Republican Party. And then I mentioned I possibly may run for EVSC school board here in Evansville, Indiana, under the Republican name. I've been dealing with like a lot of backlash coming at me, which is fine. But the backlash comes with no compromise at all from the people coming at me. They can't see past their own ideology. They are so warped into what they believe they won't change. And then they attack. They attack me. They say my beliefs are wrong. They say that anybody who represents the party that represents someone vile like President Trump, that they're vile too, and all this stuff. And they have to understand that I don't agree with everything in the Republican Party, and I don't agree with everything in politics in general. I don't agree with everything President Trump has ever done or said. But I am a Republican at heart, and I am a conservative, and that's my core values. So when I defend the Republican Party to a certain extent, I'm not defending one individual. I'm defending the party in whole. And they can't understand that. They don't understand it, and they never will understand it. So I've been attacked by that stuff lately. I've been also attacked at my religious perspectives, that I don't have the same values as other Christians and stuff like that. And I think this is where we have a problem in the world. I get that everybody has their own ideology. They have their own perspectives, their own interpretation of the Bible, their own interpretation of politics. It's one thing to have a disagreement. It's another thing to come in and attack. And then when you attack and then I try to say, hey, wait a minute, you're attacking here. You're not really debating me. You're not really just talking to me. You're attacking. And you say, why don't you go back and look at your page? Your Facebook page. Why don't you go back and look at everything you've posted to me and you tell me, right? And this is not directed to one person, so don't think it's just directed to one particular person. You're not going to find a lot on my pages of people attacking me in my post a lot, but you will find, if you just look at your own friends, you're going to see the people who they call themselves your friends, but give it a chance that they know you're a Republican. When they're a Democrat, they hate you. I think they can't stand you. They think you're evil, right? For Democrats to call Republicans evil and Nazi and you're part of the evil party is just flat out wrong. And for Republicans to say something about the Democratic Party that you don't know anything, you guys are doing horrible decisions, you're bad, and if it wasn't for the Democrats, we'd be in better shape, flat out wrong. The Republicans and Democrats have bad apples on both sides of the aisle. And independents in the middle who don't represent any political belief system, you also have bad apples as well. Everybody in all lines of work and all politics and everywhere have bad apples. So we don't all have to agree, but we all need to stop attacking one another. It's one thing to disagree and have a conversation. It's another thing to attack those people. And if you feel like you haven't been attacking people, maybe this ain't about you. But if you do have any glimpse of it at all, please go take a look. Go take a look at what your posts have been like. Go take a look at what you've been doing. I asked someone to go look at my page. Yeah, there's Micah Bekowitz on YouTube on Facebook that I post about and what he says. I just repost his stuff. But I don't really repost a bunch of stuff like Nancy Pelosi this or Chuck Schumer this or Hakeem Jeffries this, or I don't do that stuff. Those are Democratic individuals, if you didn't know. I don't really do that because I don't see the point in doing that. I don't think that's the right thing to do. Yeah, exactly. Lisa, Mom, exactly. It's not something we should do, right? But when we post something about our own party or our own religious beliefs, like and it's the same thing with religion too. If you're Baptist or Pentecostal, non-denominational, Lutheran, Catholic, whatever, non-Christian, Muslim, whatever. As soon as you post one thing about it and then your friends are around you, oh my gosh, look at this Bible thumper. Oh my gosh, look at this person. And they attack. They just want to argue, exactly. And they don't know how to just I had people come at me recently, and I told them, I was like, look, if you think the Republican Party's all bad and all that all the time, you're wrong. But if you're going to think that I'm thinking the Republican Party's perfect, you're wrong. They're not. They're not. They have bad apples. They have people that make bad choices. And same thing with the Democratic Party. Yeah, have a reasonable, sensible conversation. You can't do it anymore. And I get that at some point in the conversation, maybe no one's not going to bend at all and everyone's still going to think they're right. But that doesn't give you the right to lash out at them and say things that are beyond your conversation. It doesn't. But you know what? God has basically given us the free will to turn the other cheek, or the free will to make up a good thought process in our mind to try to help somebody. And that's what I want to do, is try to help more people. And I don't have all the answers. And the party that I equate my Christian values to, the Republican Party, doesn't always have all the answers, is not always perfect. So, yep, give it to God and move on, right? I try to. I feel like I needed to come on here and say this to people because I think some people are dealing with the same thing. Their posts are being attacked. Then the people that attack it, you try to have a conversation with them and come back with, well, wait a minute, why'd you say this? You know what you said wasn't exactly true, right? Here's the actual article, or here's this. Oh, that's lie. That's all fake. That's all you ever hear. And don't get me wrong, the Republican Party with President Trump was one of the first ones to bring up fake news and all this stuff all the time. Not all of everything that President Trump said about fake news was fake news. Some of it was actual news. Now, as a Republican, I can say that. Can you say that about your Democratic individuals? Will you say that? Will you come off your high horse and actually say it? The whole ICE situation, will you come off your high horse about all ICE agents are bad, all ICE agents are untrained, all ICE agents? Will you quit saying that? Will you actually say some of them are actually good agents? Will you actually say some of them don't make mistakes? Some of them actually are doing the right thing. Will you actually say that? You won't. So the people that actually has the problem in this world are individuals that are like that. That's who has the problem. I'm not trying to be like that. Yep, they're doing their job for the most part. Don't get me wrong. Is there some ICE agents that have abused their power? Yes. Are there ICE agents that have done some bad things? Yes, and we all know what we're talking about here. And if those become punishable by the DOJ, Department of Justice, then we're going to find out if any of those people get any type of charges. And if they do, and their charges are pressed against them, then they deserve any time they get if found guilty. So see, I don't defend, but I don't attack. I let the facts come out, and then you have better chance to say something that's more logical. Quit watching so many reels that are telling you only to believe one thing. Start finding people such as myself and others that say, start using your noggin. Use your brain. Think for yourself. Yes, that's how we should do. I agree. Well, I hope everyone starts using their noggin. I'm going to try to keep using mine. I'm not always right. Don't get me wrong. I'm not perfect, and I make mistakes, and I make wrong choices. And I don't want to keep doing that. So I'm going to start trying to use my brain even more. And I hope other people can see that in their heads. And if you have had conversations with people in the past and you have not used your brain and you've just been judgmental and just attacking, please think about it for a little bit and go back and actually maybe say sorry to that person and just see what they say back. Because if someone said sorry to me, I'd probably say, you know what? I accept that apology, and I'm probably sorry for something I said too, or maybe some mistake I made about a point of view I had. So that's the way we should be with each other. Find a way to be cordial but understanding, and also use our brain, have our own points of view, but we can still work through things together. All right, some people just can't change. I know that, and I can't fix everybody, and sometimes I can't even fix myself. So don't think I'm perfect, because I'm not saying that. All right, that's all I have. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share. Until next time, be careful out there. Keep your heads up. Love you guys. Peace. Prayers. Yes, pray, everyone.